Hey guys, what is happening and welcome back to England's Road to the World Cup. Today we are back with episode number 9 and as you can see in the background we are making some vital signings before FUT Champions now. Also Champions, you can see going for 40,000 coins there. We managed to pick him up 10k cheaper, 30k for Chamberlain. I was really pleased with that snipe and it was a great way to get us started. I was doing a bit of trading as well and I'll show you the transfer list here of the players that we traded with. We got some silver players from Ligue 1. I know he was doing Serie A as well, but it was seeming to work okay and we picked up a few there, and a Fellaini that we are trading with as well. The second player we're going to pick up is Jesse Lingard. You can see I'm sniping Man United midfielders special cards and we pick him up for 47,000, which is great because his price is rising well above 50k now. It just seems to keep going up. Now this is the formation that we've got for FUT Champs that we went with for the weekend, and we had Chamberlain, we brought in obviously Lingard as well. Kept with the 4-1-2-1-2 but just put in central midfielders instead. As we pick up cards like Sterling and other wingers, I think Rashford's got a path to glory card, we might use that. We'll switch up, we'll have 2 different or 3 different teams with different formations, and we'll just choose them accordingly. Now I'm going to post all the goals, all my goals from my winning games on FUT Champs here, so gameplay goes on for a little while, but you'll be able to just see the types of goals we're scoring in the game. Some of the scores are ridiculous in this as well. Now I've got a win counter in the top corners, you'll see, and we'll obviously talk about the amount of wins I get at the end. Now FUT Champions is going to be a thing for me. I really do enjoy it and I love the fact that we're going to have rewards to pick up and stuff, but as a lot of YouTubers and a lot of other people are saying on Twitter and stuff like that, FUT Champions is very, very demanding. Now this weekend that you can see the footage from, I didn't have a lot on, I was quite free and I had time to play. Now it's one of those things of I am only literally I have a target of a minimum of 18 wins. Now if I don't get time to play, then that's just not going to happen and we'll have to re-qualify in the week. I think they've lowered it to silver 2 now for the qualifying, so I don't know how many wins it is. I think it might be like 14, 14 wins or something along the lines of that, might even be less to qualify now. So I just want to make sure that I can re-qualify and that the guys are going to have packs, and obviously so we can get some better monthly rewards as well. Now I found this weekend quite demanding because we had this team which isn't the best team. Obviously we brought in the 2 informs, but we've got basic players in the team. We've got players like Delph who I enjoy using, but I came up against so many icons, it was unbelievable. I'm talking, I reckon probably about 65% to 75 I reckon of the games that we had, I think had icons on the other team, and it was just very demanding. Now I would say in my terms of capabilities I'm a little bit above average, I would say, for FIFA in terms of gameplay and what I'm capable of on the game. Obviously you get better the more you play as well. Now you can see some of the games here are quite tight, some of them are won by quite a distance as well, but with FUT Champions I don't want to get to the point where I'm too stressed out. If it gets to a point where I am literally like on the edge of throwing my controller through the screen, then I'm just going to back off and just play the amount of games that I'm comfortable playing. Now what we will do with FUT Champions as well is I think we will just sort of see how we go with it. If it's not as rewarding as well, then maybe we'll try other stuff, but the problem is that there's a lack of cups now. There's no cup section on Ultimate Team. We used to have different tournaments and stuff where you could get different rewards, and you don't seem to get that as much. So FUT Champions needs to be the way for rewards and stuff. Obviously as we get more players as well, we can do more SBCs, but yeah, that's generally the outlook on it. If I can, then I will play as many games as I can and I will try and get as many wins as possible every weekend. But like I said, this weekend was demanding because the team is still growing. It was difficult. Some games we got absolutely battered, like 5-6-1. That was more at the start when I was getting used to this team, but in regards to the team, you can see Rashford and Vardy's link up is unbelievable. Like, the only issue that I have with Rashford is that his shooting just sometimes is like bang on, and then the next game I'll have like 5 or 6 opportunities, clear cut opportunities, and he'll miss them, and I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to win a game if my striker just can't put the ball in the back of the net? And sometimes his shoes are up. As you can see, this game 6-2 here, we're beating good teams and good players by considerable margins as well. And Lingard's shooting is brilliant, his close control is really crazy as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think because he's out a little bit wider, we did struggle to get him as involved, but I felt like Lingard's card was a lot more worthy of playing in that cam role than Chamberlain would be, so he's going to sit there and play there for the time being. If we switch up formations, we might see Oxlade-Chamberlain playing a different position, but generally I was happy with the way that the team played, and we really grinded out some games. Luckily, Foot Champions got extended, and it is this week as well, so I was able to fill in a few more games because I was sitting on a certain threshold, and then I managed to fit in a few more games on the Monday evening, so it worked out okay for me. It worked out well. I didn't find it too stressful. Obviously, it's quite drag playing some of the games, especially. I like to try and get in as many games on a Friday night as possible so that I haven't got to play catch up with wins later on. But sometimes you get into a point, and I think I had like 2 or 3 losses on the bounce, and I just said, you know what, right, screw it, I'm going to leave it for the night. And then I came back the next day and played a bit better. But some of the goals we scored were really good. I'm a type of player where I don't like to always play sweaty. This game was absolutely ridiculous. You can see it's 5-5 at this point. We're into extra time now. Jesse Lingard picks up the ball there, smashes it into the back of the net. Great finish from him. And yeah, in extra time, within sort of 5-10 minutes of game time, like in game, I managed to score 3 goals. The game had been like nip and tuck the whole game, like one back, one the other way, and 8-5 in the inner one, and Lingard scored 5 in that game, which was incredible. Vardy here just ran the keeper, and that is just a bit of a sweaty goal. But like going back to how I play, you'll see a lot of the games I do just try shots from a lot of different areas. I'm not the kind of player who likes to have a cert goal all the time. I find it quite stressful if I'm waiting for that perfect goal constantly, so I will try different stuff. I won't always try and walk it into the net. Sometimes it costs me, but I enjoy playing the game that way, and I like to. I'm not going to play the game if I don't enjoy it. If I'm only playing it to get sweaty wins, just to get rewards that are a little bit higher, then no. So you see at the moment, yeah, we're cracking on with a lot of wins now. We're getting to the back end of the gameplay as well. I'm not really sure in terms of gameplay what I'm going to do. I might just cut it out so I do maybe a couple of goals from every game. So, example, if I win 5, then I'll only show like maybe the last 2 goals or something like that. Or maybe I'll just show some highlights really. But it's a lot of footage to go through, especially if you complete the 40 games as well. There's a lot of stuff to go back through. You see a really nice chip there from Rashford, great finish from him there. But we'll see how we get on. Regardless, it depends how much we get to play. But if I'm busy some weekends, I'm not going to be able to play as much. You see there's another really nice goal from Rashford. He's really turned on the style for me, especially in the last few games, this one as well. So we do end up getting to a point, you'll see with the win counter, we get 18 wins in the end, which puts us on to gold 3, I believe. And I've got the rewards in this video as well. Most of the time I will probably put up the Foot Champions gameplay a few days earlier, but this week I was a little bit behind on video, so I managed to put everything in together. I opened up the rewards on Thursday night. Now there's some one-to-watch cards as well that have just been bought out. Ross Barkley, who we're using, really good player on this, he's got one. I don't think he's going to get an inform. I'm hoping that his price is going to be pretty low, so I think I'll pick him up as soon as possible really, so that if he does go up, obviously we don't want to have to be paying top dollar for him. And then it's just a case with other players, like I think you've got Theo Walcott as well, who I haven't included his normal card because he's never played a minute of World Cup football, which I still find quite astonishing, to be honest, that a player's just literally never played a minute of World Cup football, and yet he's been in and around the England squad for so long. Crazy one there. He's got a one-to-watch card now. He's going to be another player that I think we'll see whether we have to pick up or not. I think he will get an inform this week as well, so that'll be that, and we'll just see how we get on. But anyway, we're coming up to the end of the gameplay now, and as you can see, we've got this one back to 2-2, and then Vardy came through, smashed one in there, and that managed to win the game for us 3-2. And that was, I think we had a couple of games left as well. You can see we got up to 18 wins, gold 3. So I didn't find that too bad. I think as the squad improves, I'll be looking, if we're going to be playing all of them, to go up to maybe 21 wins, and then pushing ourselves for more. As you can see, 2 matches remaining there, and we managed to do pretty well, so I was quite happy with that. Like I said, we've sold a few more bits, did a little bit more trading, waiting for my rewards. A few of these left back ones from the BPL, and then we're going to go on to our rewards. So you can see here, our first weekend was on monthly rewards week as well, so it's a case of we had monthly rewards, but we wasn't really going to pay too much attention, because you can see there for the month we only got bronze 1, which obviously we're not going to worry about too much. But well, I thought I'd show you the pack anyway. We get 30,000 coins, which is great, 2 mega packs and a 50k pack as well, which is awesome. I don't think that rewards are too bad for the 18 wins, and I'd be quite happy if I got 18 on a regular basis, because you'll see in a minute the packs aren't too bad. They're really not. So we'll open the bronze Foot Champions pack here, and you'll see what we can get. in this one. So I do love the pack animation. That's really cool. But obviously we're only going to get silver players, and we get the left winger from the Orlando Pirates, which I think is like South African League or something along them lines. Decent card, but obviously we're never going to use him. We did get 2 English players. Marriott is a Peter, a striker as well, another one there. But obviously we're not going to use them. So 2 mega packs now, and it was strange because mega packs have really paid out for me this year. I got a lot of boards and stuff like that in them, and as you can see here we get Core Luca, and I thought this is a bit of a dud pack because we haven't got anything, no boards or anything like that, nothing worth much value. And then you can see that we get Danny Rose, who we don't need to buy now, which is brilliant. And this is the great thing about getting the rewards. We are going to pick up players occasionally, possibly, that we might need, or we'll pick up duplicates that we'll be able to make some money on. Second one, we don't get boards either, which is disappointing. Another day we could have got two sets of boards, but this pack, not really a lot in there at all, which was a shame. But that was the way it is. Nothing in that one, and that's just pack luck. That's just what happens, and that's why we focus on our trading now. In the 50k pack, we do get boards, and we get an inform. Decent, really good. I was pleased with this, regardless of what it was. It's 10k in the bank for us as well. Striker from the 2nd tier of the Spanish division. So the Thomas there, don't really need to worry about him. It was just a case of getting that boards player, getting that inform, and being able to have some coins in the bank. So that's going to finish off the episode for us, guys. This episode, quite a long one, lots of gameplay as well. We'll try and condense it down on the next one. But if you have enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.